I really don't do this often enough. Mostly because during the day, it's pretty unpredictable of what's going to happen around here. And I don't want like something unpredictable happening and then I can't like edit it out of my video kind of thing. So I try to only keep it to the 15-second story videos because it's easier. If something happens in the background, I could just delete it and do the video again. You know what I mean? But today, I got a message, and I'm pretty sure it was from the universe in the form of a beautiful woman named Jade Hooper. And so I just wanted to chat about what I had heard today. Hey Ashley, look, I got my kale coffee. I wake my husband up every morning with Nickelback, and he goes and makes me a kale coffee because he hates Nickelback. True story. So today I woke up and I was like, I don't know, every morning I feel like I'm asking for a message somehow. You know what I mean? Like I'm waking up, what's today gonna be like? Give me a message. What's today going to bring me today? You know what I mean? And every morning I still do the same thing since that Thursday I found out my throat was fine. Oh, I can't go a day without my keto coffee. Oi. That's why I had to buy 2 bags. I was like, I am not going to run out mid freaking month this month. So I had to buy 2 bags. And I'm buying a 3rd bag. Just because. Why not? So anyway. So I woke up today and I was like, I need a message. What's today going to be like? And then I saw that Jade Hooper had did a live video, and I always jump on Jade Hooper's live videos because she's always saying something that helps me in some way self-develop or says something to me that kind of like a tough love kind of thing that I really need to hear because I'm being emotional and stupid sometimes, and I can admit that I'm pretty emotional and stupid. But I like to think that I've been getting a little bit thicker skin recently. A lot of things have happened over the past year. Some of it I've talked about, and some of it I haven't. A lot of it I couldn't talk about right away because it was pretty embarrassing. And I wasn't sure where I stood on it. Sorry. I have like a big huge mucus ball. It's bugging me. Anyway, so today she said, just talk about it. Get it out. There's a lot of people out there who probably have the same kind of life that you've had or a similar experience, and they probably need to hear it. So I decided that after almost a whole year of not talking about it, that I would probably try to talk about it. And it's been really difficult for me to get over certain things in my life just so that I can just do everyday things. One of the hugest problems I've had the last year is my anxiety and panic attacks. And I literally fight through them daily. At one point it was good. Like I wasn't having one for weeks, maybe a tiny little one, but I would get over it quickly. But now they're kind of happening again almost every day. Sometimes I have them twice. Sometimes I have them 3 times in a day. And I know it's because I'm working really hard on my mental capacity to wrap my head around the fact that I can actually eat solids again. I know it's that, and I know that I'm also probably being pre-trained for something greater at the moment, and I don't understand what it quite is just yet. And but I know I have to be in a certain mindset, a certain emotional state to get to the next level of where I'm going in my life. So I know that there's something happening that I don't understand, but I trust that it's something good in the end, because I know that from great struggle comes great gain, and I've learned this throughout my life. Not just now, but in the past too. Like, I've had like a pretty rough life. My parents used to abuse me. I got kicked out at 15. I went into foster care. I had to figure things out on my own. I didn't like some of the foster homes I was in, so I ended up phasing out, which means basically they don't do anything for you. And so I had to beg my social worker to help me because I was homeless and I had like nowhere to go. I literally was sleeping on a bench in our high school football field, a bench. And so they said, okay, well, we can do one thing. We can put you on underage welfare, which is what they did when I was 17. Put me on underage welfare, got me a place to stay, which was a room that was for like $375. They were paying my rent. They were paying my phone bill. I had to pay for my own food. Every 2 weeks, they would give me $139 to pay for food. That's all I got. And so I learned then that, well, you know, things are going to probably change. So I went into like programs like Pathfinders, Youth Society, which basically trains you how to work at a real job, 9 to 5 kind of thing. They give you job shadows and then you get hired from there. And I was never really good at like fast food. Although I did enjoy working at Little Caesars when I worked there. I loved it there. I just had a problem with one of the supervisors because she hated me for some reason. I have no idea why. She just hated me. So I ended up quitting. And so I never really, I knew that the 9 to 5 wasn't something I would want. It felt like a prison. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just described it as a prison. From a very young age, I felt like it was like a prison. It was literally a mind control thing. And I'm not the kind of person to be controlled. You know what I mean? I can't be caged. I can't be controlled. I can't be told what to do. I want to do things my way or figure it out my way. And I've always been like that. And I think that's one of my gifts. I don't know where it's going to take me and how it's going to affect the world, but that's the way I have always lived, the way I always thought. And it's the way I continue to think to this day, which is why I went for an odd industry like network marketing. Now, I've been in network marketing since I was 21 when I was first approached by a woman from a different network marketing company called World Financial Group. And, well, they were kind of like a door-to-door kind of thing. You had to invite people to a BPM, and it was really hard for me because I don't like doing door-to-door. I actually, if I could avoid talking to people face-to-face, I would back then. So I was like, no, I'm going to go on Craigslist and invite people. So that's what I did. I went on Craigslist and invited people. I went on other social platforms, added random people and invited them that were local to me, only people in my city. And then I realized quickly that I don't think this is going to work out for me, even though I stayed for 7 years. I stayed for 7 years trying. I went to every convention that was in Vancouver that I could go to. And then eventually I thought, well, you know, I'm spending $100 and something a year on these conventions and I'm not making $1 back. You know what I mean? So I felt like I wasn't getting paid the investment that I was paying into, you know? It wasn't worth it. So I started trying to look at other options and I didn't know where to look. I ended up having Lucas. We were still struggling financially and I was just like, okay, well, things will just happen. Lord and Lady will provide somehow. I'll just give it to them and they will bring me something. Little did I know that it would be in the form of a lady telling me, hey, I can help you with your breast milk supply, because I was telling people on Instagram I can't get my supply up. Like, I don't know how to do it. And then I was asked, are you eating? Oh yeah, I eat, but not a lot, because he wants to eat every hour and a half. And at the time I wasn't even sleeping because he was eating every hour and a half. And he was colic, so he had to be on me, and if I put him down to try to go make something to eat, he'd freak out, so I had to have him on my chest all the time. And so it made it very difficult for me to eat, you know what I mean? So I got things like granola bars and those little Go fruit things, and I would eat those when I could. But it wasn't enough to make my supply bigger, so she said, try our greens. So I was like, okay, what's your website? So I went to her website, and I saw that they were pretty expensive for Canadians. I was like, oh man, I can't even afford, like, my hydro bill this month. How am I gonna do this? And then I didn't end up ordering. I was like, I have to pay for my hydro bill, maybe some other time. And she's like, no problem. So I ended up watching her though. Like, I wanted to know more. Like, how did she get into selling these kind of products online? And how does she have a website that looks so great? That's what I wanted to know. Like, how did she get that website perfect? It's like made for people to look at. And then I was like so interested about the background of this stuff. So I started asking her questions about her business. And then we talked months we talked. And then I was like, you know what? I'm tired of the way things are. I gotta change something. So I joined then. I used my hydro bill money that time. I joined 2015. And I was doing great until my upline left. And then nobody else on the team was like giving me any advice or anything. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just try to figure things out. Because I was watching Jade at the time, and Jade said that her upline disappeared and she just figured things out. So I thought, well, this is probably what I have to do. I have to figure things out. So I was trying to figure things out for a year and a half. And a year and a half into the business, I realized I need help. You know, I need somebody to guide me. I've been trying for a year and a half, nothing's happening. So I decided to quit and then rejoin under Jade Hooper. So I quit in July 2017.
I see smoke!
Where? See what I mean about unpredictable?
Look up the front door and you'll see it.
Well, you shouldn't even be out the front door because you don't have pants on.
No, Lucas saw smoke and then I saw smoke.
Yeah, well, I need you guys to start getting dressed. You need to get dressed. Lucas, go get a pull-up. I need to get you guys dressed.
Look.
Oh, my lords. Yes, I see. It's very bright. Thank you. Unpredictable. I told you. They run around here half naked most of the time. And they're opening up front doors and they're standing outside. Look at the sky! Half naked. I'm like, no, dude. Like, there's people going to see you. Get in the house. And that's unpredictable. So... Anyway, so I rejoined under Jade Hooper in November last year. And then that's when things exploded. Yeah, boys will be boys. These boys are crazy. They like to jump off of everything. They'll climb on their dresser in the bedroom, which I'm thinking I'm going to have to remove it. Because it's a dangerous situation when you're climbing on top of your dresser to jump onto your bed. And then there's like a wall right there. I'm scared they're going to smack their face on the wall or accidentally like dive into the wall. And just the things I think about, I have to anyway. So then things exploded for me after I joined in November under Jade Hooper. I literally took what I wasn't making and I was making something, you know. And at the time I wasn't sure how things were gonna start growing for me. Like when I first joined, it was going into December. Remember that. It was going into December. And that's when that woman had to pay for my groceries in December. Because I couldn't afford my own groceries. And that's when I was like, you know, I need to like put my head down into this book and just get to work. Like I need to just... Oh my God. I don't know. I'm like really overprotective with my kids because of the way I grew up, and I wasn't like, we weren't overprotected. My parents didn't care, but we weren't allowed to have friends. We weren't allowed to go out after school or any of that kind of stuff. We would have to sneak out or go during school hours to go hang out with our friends. It was kind of a weird situation. And so I'm kind of overprotective with my kids the way my parents never were with me. I want them to be safe. I don't want them jumping. I don't want them climbing unless they know what they're doing. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Back then, it was okay to be that crazy because there was no social media for, receipts. Now everybody's got a damn receipt on everybody. So, I'm so glad I lived life in the 90s. That was better. Way better. And, but now things are better. Like I'm paying for groceries throughout the whole month now. Like we have groceries just all over the place. I paid off my hydro debt that I had. I'm working on another debt that I have. And Scaredy Cat. I wish Logan was like that. He's too brave. He's too brave when it comes to like climbing and stuff, but then he's like really socially awkward and socially scared to talk to people. So that's one of the things that we've been working on as well. Like I used to be like that too. I never really liked to talk to people. I wasn't like a huge social butterfly either, and still mostly not, but I'm working on it, which is why I'm pretty sure that my team keeps telling me, do some live videos, like people want to see your face. They want to see you talking. They want to see that you're not a robot. And I'm like, okay. And I keep trying and I like get scared. I have little mini panic attacks or something happens. I'm like, oh, I can't do it. But I'm trying to get out of that zone because I know that this is for a greater purpose. I have to mold myself into something, greater, my higher self, or people call it the best version of yourself. I've heard that before. I think it's just literally growing, self-developing. Like, you have seasons in your life like you have seasons in the weather. And this season of my life, I need to learn how to talk, be more open, get out there and talk. So that's what I've been doing. Recently, I've been talking more, and I never really talked all that much because as a kid, like Jade Hooper was explaining, most of the time we were told to shut up, and I was told to shut up all the time, so I never really talked that much. And so now I'm just exploring different avenues and trying different things, and why not? I'm older now. Not old, but older. And it's about time, And so I wanted to talk about I was saying when I shared her live video that there's a pre-training I feel like I'm going through currently. And what I mean by that is a pre-training for what it's going to be like when I'm taking care of a big team. And right now I have a very small team, but soon I'll have a big team, and I'll have to know how to navigate between more than 2 people, you know what I mean? So I'm thinking this is my pre-training for that. Like the situations I'm going through with Logan, he has these disorders that we didn't know that he had right at the beginning of when he was growing up, when he was 1 year old. Like we assumed there was something different about him, but we didn't know exactly what was going to be different about him until he got to about 2 years old, and he started running into walls and hitting himself in the face when he was frustrated and things of that nature. And I didn't like sharing about it because at the time I had a whole bunch of people that were falsely reporting me to the ministry, so I didn't want them to have a reason to report me. So I never talked about it. I just took him to the doctors, and I took him to the hospital when it happened, and I tried to get documentation so that it was proven that I wasn't doing anything. I was trying to figure out what was wrong. And we finally figured out that maybe he has sensory processing disorder, and he doesn't know how to regulate his feelings that very easily. I've noticed since he was 2 years old, it's just gotten way worse. He's angry all the time, and when he's not angry, he's overly excited. And when you try to tell him, hey, you're getting a little too excited, you should try to breathe, he gets angry. And so it's been a struggle to try and like figure out the right formula to keep him in a medium. And I think that's where I'm being pre-trained. Like, I'm going to come across so many people, right? People are going to come into the business and they're going to want to do a lot of things, and then once they don't reach a certain level that they wanted to right away, they're just going to crap out and quit, right? And I have to get over the emotional part of that, which is what I'm learning with my son currently. Sometimes he's going to want to eat food that I cook and I spend 2 hours on, and sometimes he's not. I can't be emotionally invested in the fact that he didn't eat my food because I spent 2 hours on it. You know what I mean? I can't get emotional about that. He's going to eat when he feels like it, and he's not going to eat when he doesn't feel like it. And so I'm learning this patience and growth through these little tiny experiences, sorry. And that's what I was wanting to talk about. Like, I've noticed that little things are starting to mold me the way I'm supposed to be molded. Did you change your pull-up, or are you bringing it to me? Oh, you did change your pull-up. Good job. Okay.
Daddy changed me.
Oh yeah, Daddy changed. Okay. Well, I have to get Logan to school. We have to be there by 10 after 9, and it takes me about 10 minutes to get up the hill. So I think, hold on, I'm going to check the time real quick. I can't see the time. How do I see the time? Yeah.
He's using the bakery.
Yeah, he's going to school now. I have to see what time it is. Hold on. Can't see the time. Wait. Oh, I have 8 minutes. Oh well, I'll just call and tell him he'll be a little bit late. They don't care anyway. They try to send him home early every day. So, say hi. Say hi. No, he actually, he listens when you tell him, like, the first 3 times. He'll listen on the 3rd time. He regulates his feelings pretty easily, and he's pretty comical when he gets mad, because he'll just look at me with an angry face, and then I'll like smile and start to laugh a little bit, and then he'll start laughing, and then he's fine. I don't think he's gonna have the same problems. Maybe he'll have like OCD like me, because I've noticed that he's had OCD problems. I have a huge OCD problem about things like dust in my water. I can't have drinks out for a certain amount of time, otherwise I can't drink them because I think there's dust in them. And I've been working through that kind of stuff too. Also, he likes to have his hands clean constantly, don't you, buddy? Always washing your hands, aren't you? Yeah, you like clean hands. So I think he's gonna have OCD problems, which is passed down from me. Maybe a little bit of anxiety later in life, but right now he's not showing any signs of that. And he's almost 4. The only thing I've saw so far is OCD. And you can hear Logan. He's having the time of his life out there, and I'm going to have to break that up and bring him to school. Ugh. Lucas, I have to get you dressed. Are you ready to walk up the hill? Hey. Are you ready to walk up the hill? Hey. Lucas. What happened here? Something happened. No. That's an old binky. He found it, and then he's like, oh, my moo binky! And then now he carries it around everywhere with him. No, Lucas! Okay, that's enough. You're okay.
No.
You're laying on Moo. You're fine. But yeah, I talked to a counselor about him and his binkies, and they said that he'll just drop it when he's ready. He won't always have a binky. My sister was like that too. Like, my sister had a binky until she was like, I don't know, 4 or 5, and then she just stopped using the binky out of nowhere. So I'm not too worried about him and his binky. I know that when he's ready, it'll go. However, I don't think that Moo will be going for a while. He loves this Moo. I spent $35 on it. I'm glad he loves this Moo.
Moo just think it's red and black.
Yeah. So are you ready to get dressed now? Because I have to take your brother up to the school.
He's looking at it.
You gonna walk up with me?
Look.
Yeah, he's sucking on the binky. Good job. Yeah, like Logan and his Sarah Bear. He has to bring Sarah Bear to school with him. He can't cope at the school without her.
Me.
Oh, good. Moo's kissing you. That's good. And I see other kids with, like, stuffies, too, at the school. Like, this other kid that's in Logan's class. Logan calls him Funny Monkey because he has this little monkey beanie bag thing. And, Lucas! And, so he has the Funny Monkey at school with him just to cope. And another kid had, like, one of the Minions with one eye and crazy hair. Lucas! Okay, guys, I think he's getting restless, and I gotta get this kid dressed. The other one. And we gotta get up to the school. So, I'm gonna come back when it's a little calmer and continue my conversation about being pre-trained for life. Oh. Okay, say bye, Lucas. Say bye, everybody. We had lots of fun. Say bye. Aww. Okay. Later for now, guys. Love y'all. Namaste. Ma. So, we're just walking home now. This is like my neighborhood area. Lucas found a not so ripe tomato and he wants to plant it, right? You want to plant it in our garden? Yeah, you're very good at finding things, buddy. You're very good at finding things like pretty flowers and pretty feathers and rocks. So right now, we're just walking home. Yep. Now I wanted to chat a little bit. I was actually doing this previously on Facebook, but I never got to finish it. You have to hold my hand when we cross the street, okay? And, so I was doing this on Facebook originally earlier, but I wanted to switch to here because I think it's a good message for anybody, actually, whether you're on Instagram or Facebook. I was watching a live video today from one of our top leaders who's going to be probably number 3 or number 2 top leader in the whole company this year, which would be really nice. I can't wait for that announcement. Okay. And she was talking about how certain things in our lives that we think are like curses or the worst things that could happen to us are actually kind of like when you're in ceramics class, which I was in high school. I was in ceramics class, where you mold something into what you want it to look like, and then it cures, and then it comes out shiny and beautiful, but it has to burn for a long time, right? Same with some of the best things that you cook in a crock pot. What? I will teach you how to spell baby boss. And I will when we get home. Now let me talk. And so like this weekend we made a stew in our Instapot, and we slow cooked it for 3 hours. And over the 3 hours, it was brewing and it was smelling delicious. But inside, everything was boiling and cooking, and so they were under pressure, you know? So she was using it as an analogy of our lives, like people who are struggling financially or in a relationship or just in general in life. If you're struggling, you could think of it as your life curating right now. You know what I mean? You're being molded, shaped. You're being curated into the perfect version of yourself, which was a really great analogy, and it gave me like an inspiration to talk about pre-training, which is how I would most likely look at it. I would look at it as pre-training. The higher power, the universe, God, Lord, Lady, whatever you believe in. Ooh, did you see that? That was a blue jay. Anyway, they're all preparing you and shaping you and pre-training you for the life that you wished for, right? Maybe you wished for a life of abundance, and you want to just make a lot of money. Well, certain things will be molding you for that. First of all, you have to become emotionally thicker, because making that much money isn't going to be easy. First of all, it's going to be kind of a lonely life until you get that money. So that's the second part. Patience, because it's going to take a while, maybe a year, maybe 2 if you're in network marketing industry, 10, 15 if you're not, and you're trying to do it through a corporation and work your way from the bottom up, and maybe even longer than that, because some people don't even make it to the point where they want to be, unless you're a lawyer and you're in a firm. Maybe 5 years, 10 years, like I said, right? So looking at all those kinds of situations, or maybe you're in a relationship that isn't ideal for you, and oh yeah, we're supposed to plant this. Maybe you're in a relationship that isn't the best relationship, and you're like, man, I just can't catch a break with my relationships. Like, every single time over here, Lucas, I get into a relationship, it seems like I'm not getting what I want. Well, you know, you could even put this in this perspective.
I'm gonna dig it.
You're gonna dig? I don't think it's a good idea to use a hand. Maybe you should find a stick, right? My plants are growing flowers. Oh, they're so pretty. Okay, let's find a stick. Oh, this will do. Dig. Yeah, use the bottom, not the brush part, but the other part. Not that part, not that part. This part. Like this.
Okay. Me.
You do it. So, we're digging a hole to plant his tomato that he found.
Yeah.
Okay, put the tomato in. He found this cute little tomato and he wants to plant it, so we're going to plant it.
No, plant it.
Okay, now we just move dirt on top of it like this. And we pack it down.
Now it's plant.
Now, you want to say a little prayer over it? Put your hand up like this and say, Dear Lord and Lady.
How?
Say, Dear Lord and Lady. Dear
Yeah.
Lord
Yeah.
and Lady.
Yeah.
I found this beautiful tomato, and I want to give it back to the earth to grow something beautiful from it. Can you say that? Oh, it's already wet. The soil was really, really wet when we put it in, so we don't need to. And it's going to rain tomorrow, so it's going to get lots of nutrients from the soil and from the water itself. Okay?
It
will. guys want to see my plants?
That's
Look at these crazy plants.
my guy.
Okay, just let me show my plants here that have grown really crazily. Look at this. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, they are so beautiful. I don't know if any of my cucumbers have started to grow yet. I haven't checked because it was raining all last week. I can't see any, but I see lots of flowers. I see lots of flowers.
Let's up at the flowers.
Oh, you are so beautiful. I have to get you another thing so I can hold you up better. Alright, let's go inside and I'll teach you how to play Titan Falls. My plants are so beautiful. Okay, let's go. Want to show your hand?
Huh?
Show your hand. Oh, no. I thought you were going to put your hand up and show them. Yep. I'm going to teach him how to play Titan Falls because on there I'm using my husband's account and I made him a legend on Titan Falls. Everybody knows who he is. His username. They don't know it's me. But I made him a legend on there. Everybody always wants me on their team. Just saying, guys. Pretty freaking amazing. I'm pretty good at that game. Oh, I need to rest anyway. That hill always takes so much out of me. Okay. While we wait for the thing to load up, Xbox and whatnot. Did you turn on the soundbar? Move. Let me see. Okay. Now push the plus button. Push the plus button. It looks like an X. Yeah. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's going to be really loud. See? It's really loud. Okay, pick Titan Falls.
Now teach my hand.
I will. We have to wait for it to load and then I'll get you into where I usually play. While we're waiting, I'm going to continue talking. So, I feel like the Lord and Lady has been really like pre-training me for the life that I have asked for. Like I've asked for a life of abundance. I want to be just like Jade Hooper. I want to make good money. I want to have a sustainable future. I want to be financially independent.
Mommy, look!
Debt-free. Yeah, I know. Debt-free.
This one's at wall.
No, because that one's not broken. It's fine, okay? It's just Mommy played too roughly with it when she plays Titan Falls and it's not the rubber part of the joystick. Huh?
And this is the doctor.
Signing in. Just hold on, okay? Just wait. It's loading. Start. Hey. What's going on here? No, no. Move. Let me see what's happening here. Just wait. There. Wait, wait, wait. Let me do it. I have to get you into the part where you're going to be playing, okay? And then I'll show you how to do it.
I could teach my hand.
Yeah, I'll teach your hands. Okay?
And me go and you make my hands use.
What? No, it's the same thing for driving. You just push this one to shoot. I'm going to give you an easy Titan. I'm going to give him the easy one. Scorcher is kind of difficult. You have to know what you're doing with Scorcher. And it took me I think it was like 5 different rounds before I figured out how to use Scorcher. So
The next thing's a robot.
on match pilot, no, we're gonna do 9 because she's the best and she's the highest. And then over here, Titan. Hold on, I'm gonna get you a good one.
That one.
Yeah, this one. Okay, there you go. Now when it loads up, let me know. So I'm gonna just finish up and then I'm gonna go. I feel like the Lord and Lady have been pre-training me for the life that I've wanted. I've asked for financial independence and financial freedom, debt-free. Hello? Hello.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. My name is Bill with my wife Valerie. I'm just in the neighborhood today sharing a beautiful article with people. It deals with 12 secrets to family happiness. And each one of those secrets is based on a Bible
I'm
principle.
being bright and white.
So this is the article here. And if you look on the inside here, it has categories for couples, for parents, even for young children. And each one of these has a Bible principle attached to it. So for example, we look at it as far as marriages go, how important respect is for one another. And the Bible principle is Colossians 3:12, clothe yourselves with the tender affection of compassion, kindness, humility, mildness, and peace. So we look at those qualities and imagine now if we were, our personality included those qualities, how that would contribute to a happy home and a good marriage, right?
Yeah.
So we'd like to read that.
Okay. Sorry. It's really loud. Can I turn it down?
Good luck down there.
Oh, that's way too loud. Okay? Sorry.
You having a good day?
Yeah, we're having a great day.
That's good. Yeah.
We just
Yeah.
planted a tomato.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over in my little garden area down there.
Oh, yeah.
The big ones are tomato plants, and then my little one found a little tiny like tomato on the side of the road, and he's like, "Let's plant it." I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, why not?
So we did when we got home.
You just might have a.
He wants to have big plants like mine.
Oh. Well, I hope it goes well.
I'm pretty sure it will.
Yeah, it probably will.
It probably won't develop any tomatoes now because it's almost season's over, but it'll still grow a plant.
Yeah, oh, for sure. We got a couple tomato plants in pots, and they already had kind of one, what do you call it, one crop, and now there's a bunch of green ones on it again, but I don't have much hope in them ripening it.
No, they probably won't ripen now, but
Yeah.
But it's nice to be able to have the door open.
yeah,
So,
it's really nice.
yeah.
I was really enjoying having the nice breeze come in, and way better than the summer. It was so hot.
Yeah, your house probably gets hot facing the sun.
Yeah, and also these windows don't open, so all the heat literally sticks there.
So, you got a great view.
Oh yes, it's a very nice view.
Yeah, it's a nice street, nice and quiet.
Very quiet actually. We walk down there, we come back up. The school's just a block away, so it's really nice.
Oh, right.
There's a little ravine down there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you walk down or?
Well, my legs aren't up for it because I'm not really used to hills.
Yeah.
And here's
Maybe
very,
a tough one.
yeah, I got stuck on the stairs because my legs almost gave out. They were jiggling, and I was like,
Yeah, that's
so
not bad.
I've been building up my strength going up and down the hill. So
Good for you.
I should be able to do it by the end of the year,
There
hopefully.
you go. Yeah.
You got a
go.
plan. Yeah. Have you lived here long?
No, since August 1st.
Oh, wow. Maybe in the neighborhood.
Yeah,
Where'd you come from?
Delta.
Oh, Delta. Nice area, isn't it?
Delta, where we lived, was crap. That's why we moved. I hated it there. There's always like, our building always had like the fire alarm going off because a pipe would burst every week. So,
Kind of neat.
yeah.
Oh, well.
Nice place.
It's very nice. I love this. I love this place. I'm hoping to stay here for at least 3 years.
Good.
Well,
So, what's your name?
Stacy,
Stacy. Dale and Valerie.
hello.
So, Stacy, is your family Bible reader?
No. We actually follow my pagan path, the Lord and Lady, but I don't like judge people or any of that. And I am very open-minded to learning about other religions. So
Good. That's
I'm not like a closed-minded person. So
That's a good way to be.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we put up barriers
exactly.
to our growth. Yeah. So if you look at that, when you look at that article, you'll notice that everything in there is quoting scripture. So it's all based on God's word. It's not what any one man thinks or one woman thinks. It's God. The Bible. There's a website there too. If you're confused, you can go on there and there's all kinds of questions answered for you there.
Nice. Thank you so much.
So yes, and
Nice to meet you too.
look at that, Stacy, and then we'll maybe come back there again in this area, and if you have any questions, write them down.
Okay.
We'll be happy to answer them.
Thank you.
What's your boy's name?
Lucas.
That's a nice name.
Thank you so much.
Have a great day.
You too.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I was hoping that was not packaged, but that's okay. So again, what I was saying was like, I feel like the Lord and Lady has been pre-training me for what I've asked for. When you wish for something and you send that intention out into the universe, there's certain things that has to happen for you to be mentally, emotionally, and physically prepared for what you're asking for. And I don't think that we actually fully understand why things happen to us when things are happening to us. You know what I mean? Like me, my life, the things that happened to me, being kicked out at 15, being abused when I was 12 until I was 15, going on underage welfare when I was 17, being sexually assaulted when I was 18 and nobody believing me. All those things happened for a reason. They were all molding me into who I am now. And I'm thankful for those experiences, not because I wanted them to happen. And I really wish that when I was 18 that situation never happened. But it really did help me shape into who I am now. I'm more cautious. I don't have to be now because I'm in a committed relationship for the rest of my life. I'm married, so. But I was very cautious after that of who I trusted, who I chose to be with, things of this nature. I was very cautious, and if not for that situation, I probably would have been still careless and thinking that, oh, everything's fine, nobody's gonna hurt me, nobody's gonna harm me, I felt like I was invincible, and that kind of showed me I'm not, and I'm thankful for that, only because it taught me something that I didn't have before, virtue, you know what I mean? So, and then there's other things that happen in my life too that I feel have really seasoned me for who I'm supposed to be becoming, you know what I mean? Like the house fire that we had in 2016, being homeless with 2 kids for 1 month, and then losing my disability last September and learning to live without it. Like, I wanted to be off of it, and I put that out into the universe quite a while ago. I think it was like 2 years ago. I was like literally like, please, Lord and Lady, just help me get off of disability somehow. Help me. I need to get off of it. I was tired of it, of them constantly calling me down to the office, get these documents, get that documents. My kids were sick. Like Lucas, the first time that I had to go running around for them, Lucas just got out of the hospital from a bacterial blood infection. He literally almost died, and I had to run around in like 1 below 0 weather to get these documents for my disability office. And I told them he was sick. Couldn't we wait till it was warmer weather? They said no. So they didn't even care that my son just got out of the hospital. So I was like praying all the time, please get me off of disability. I wasn't ready then, and I know I wasn't, but the Lord and Lady was preparing me. Little steps here and there. The house fire, learning how to survive without disability during that month, and then moving without having disability help me with my move that time. When I moved from that beautiful house on 70th Ave to that crappy house that flooded, which is where I lost my disability. But I learned, those were little tiny steps, right? And I learned that I could survive without disability. And then when I lost disability, what are you playing in? Are you in the ones that I'm? Okay, you are in the front here. Okay. I'll help you when I'm done. I'm almost done, okay? And so it really shaped who I am now. I'm able to survive without disability. I didn't have to go to a 9-to-5 job, which I was scared I would have to do, and then put Logan into like daycare when after school I would have to put him into daycare. And same with Lucas, and I didn't want to do that. I wanted to raise them. I wanted them with me, you know? So push this, get your Titan. There's your Titan, get inside. Get inside your Titan. Well, where is your Titan? Where did he go? Oh, there he is. Press X. 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 No, you have to hold it. There you go. Anyway, so it really literally helped me become who I needed to be to get through that rough spot where I lost my only income that I've ever had since I was 19. So it was really, really nice. And I'm really, really glad that I experienced those things. Now the next part of what I think they're pre-training me for is my emotional state, you know, because I have certain fears, like I fear flying in a plane because I've never have. I fear being in a large crowd of people. I fear walking on a stage and talking to people. I fear talking to people. I fear being away from home. I fear being in a different country, in a different place. I fear all these things. And I feel like these panic attacks that I've been having since April all the way until like yesterday I had one. Today I haven't, thank God. I hope that I don't. All these panic attacks are strengthening me for something, because I am literally self-developing daily on how to get through them, how, like, I'm finding my rhythm to how I get through them. So far, the best way for me to get through one is singing, believe it or not. If I sing for, I don't know, 20 minutes to an hour before I try to eat something, 20 minutes to an hour before I drink something that I know will have some kind of lumps in it, I don't have a panic attack after drinking or eating. Or if I don't sing before I have something like that, but I sing after, when I feel like I'm going to have a panic attack, like I get that chest tightness, my throat starts bothering me. If I feel that happening, I just pick some songs that I need to like feel, that give me feeling, and then I sing those songs, and I will sing them over and over and over and over again. Or I'll dance, or I'll stand up and walk around the house singing, doing something, and it'll get me right through that panic attack. Or I listen to my husband's voice, because sometimes he'll take a break and talk to me while I'm going through one, and he just tells me, listen, baby, you're gonna be okay. It's gonna just blow over. You're gonna feel fine in a few minutes. It's just, you know, it's okay. And I literally feel that. And then I feel calm. So I've been learning how to get through them, you know? I've been really learning how to get through them, and it's been helping me a lot with my self-development. I've been self-developing daily on how to love myself for who I am, the way I look, knowing that I have different choices than my mom, because I fear ending up like my mom sometimes, and I'll go into that another time, but it's I don't want to right now. I don't want to end up the way my parents told me I would end up when I was growing up. And so I'm fighting tooth and nail not to end up like that. I want to be the break in the chain, you know? I want to be the break in the chain. And so I've been really, like, going at it. And I think that I'm finally finding that spot that you need to be. There's a bird on my roof. Lord and ladies with me. I take these as little signs, like, yes, you're on the right path. Yes, you're doing it. Don't worry. And I just spread love and light everywhere I go, so I've been doing that recently. Love and light. I've been trying not to. I go into my old routine where I spread anger and frustration. Instead, I spread love and light. Do you see it? Yeah, you saw it? It's right there. Oh, there's two of them. There's two birdies on my roof. They're with me. Today is a magical day. You did? It's on the roof. I can see its feather. It's probably walking around looking for food. Usually they're in my garden. I have no idea what kind of bird they are. On my bed or in the bathroom. How about we walk together and get it? You want to do that? And then, so I really feel like my anxiety attacks and my panic attacks and going through what I'm going through with my son with his sensory processing disorder and anxiety issues and ADHD and ODD. I really feel like these are the things that are shaping me and pre-training me for what I need, where I need to be emotionally and physically and mentally for my next phase in life, for my next step in my growth in my business and all of that. The leaders always told me throughout the whole time after I joined that you have to be at a certain level in your life to be at a certain level in your business. And I really, really believe that that's true. Like, for flowers to grow in the spring, there has to be a certain temperature, right? There has to be that perfect timing, right? There's that perfect timing that causes flowers to grow, and then the bees come out, and then the bees pollinate, and then you grow plants and fruits and vegetables. And I feel like that's exactly the truth when it comes to things like your business or your relationships. There has to be that certain special timing, but there also has to be the perfect circumstances, you know what I mean? So for one person it could be really, really devastating situation, and then all of a sudden something amazing happens and their life changes forever, you know what I mean? And then for other people it might be they're tired, sick and tired of being sick and tired, and they just get down and do it, you know what I mean? Or then there's people like me who are like not sure, so they keep asking for a sign or some guidance. And so then the Lord and Lady comes along and they say, okay, well, you want to be triple diamond? Well, this is what a triple diamond needs to have. Triple diamond needs to have a backbone. Triple diamond needs to be emotionally strong and not have an emotional attachment or reaction to every little thing that happens in their business. Triple diamond needs to be confident. Triple diamond needs to be fearless and bold and brave. Triple diamond needs to work their business daily, consistently, and not make excuses for why they're not doing what they're doing. Triple Diamond needs to go live and talk about their life. Triple Diamond needs to, whatever you may think a Triple Diamond needs to do. I've been following 2 Triple Diamonds recently, and I've been watching how they post, how they carry themselves when they're on their lives. I watch how their body languages are and everything like that, right? I've been watching these things, and I'm trying to find my version of a Triple Diamond in them so that I can go from there. Like Jade Hooper has always said in every single live video that I've ever heard from her, she said, why wait till you're diamond to be a diamond? Why not just be a diamond now? And so I've taken that to heart, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm self-developing, I'm self-loving, self-caring. I'm still doing the things that I love. I still cook. I love cooking. I still do my gardening because I love gardening. I still take care of the kids because I love taking care of the kids. I still clean the house and do dishes because that's what I like to do. I like doing those things. It's not because I have to or because I want the background to look pretty in my photos and videos and whatnot. I actually don't care, you know, because I have a house full of 2 kids and they are a handful. And I can tell you right now that even after I clean up, if I don't take pictures right away, 5 seconds after I clean, it's dirty. No lie. No lie. So I really don't care what people think about my house and the state it's in. It's more because I feel better doing it. I like cleaning. I like doing the dishes. Believe it or not, some people actually enjoy house chores, and I'm one of them. However, I do not like doing laundry. I do not like folding laundry. I do not like doing that. I do not like taking out the garbage. I do not like sweeping.
I learned how to do baby boss.
Baby boss, B, A, B, Y, space, B, O, O, S, S. There you go, baby boss. So, bus. Okay. Use the arrow that has the X on it. Arrow. No, up there. Beside the G. See that arrow with the X on it beside the G? Bring it here. Bring it here. I'll do it. Bring me the controller. I'll do it. Hold on, guys. I have to fix this for him. Come here. Come here. I'll do it. No, 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 no. Come here. I have to erase boss and put bus.
Baby boss?
Yeah. Okay. So when you want to erase something, you go to this. Okay? Then you go 1, 2, 3. U, S is bus. There you go. So he's almost 4 and he's learning how to spell things on YouTube. Logan knew how to spell Paw Patrol when he was 4. So, but anyway, what was I saying? Yes, I've been trying to find my way into the leadership role that I need to be in for the next level in my life. I really, really, really want to make this work. And I really, 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 really am going to push hard. If I spent 7 years not making a dime in World Financial Group, then I don't mind only making $150 to $200 a month from this, if it means that I will advance to $500 or $1,000 a month. You know what I mean? I don't mind. I mean, $150, $200 is more than what I had before I even started this business, and that's a lot more than I was making when I spent 7 years spending $150 to $200 a year going to conventions with World Financial Group. So to me, I'm already getting back what I invested, like 20-fold now. So it doesn't really matter to me if I'm sitting here for a year at $150, $200 a month. It's fine. You know, I can deal with that. I will take the time that I need to curate to the perfect temperature where I become a sparkly, shiny, beautiful molded vase or cup or bowl or whatever your imagination imagines, right? For me, I would most likely be like I would probably do like a wall ornament, so it would be like in the shape of a leaf, and I would curate it after coloring it, like painting it the proper colors. I would want it like a little bit of brown, a little bit of orange, a little bit of yellow, a little bit of red. It would be just a beautiful collage of colors, and then I would curate it so it was nice and shiny and hang it on my wall. That's what I would do with it. So that's what I'm curating for. The perfect temperature to become shiny and beautiful. So I hope this helps someone if they rewatch this later. I hope I said something that inspires you or gives you an aha moment. And I hope that it kind of just resonates with you that this was something you needed to hear today. Because I don't usually do these lives very often, but I want to. And this is me getting out of my comfort zone. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this. And if you guys have anything you would like me to talk about on my next live, why not drop a comment or a message or something, and I'll do another live and I'll answer those questions. Okay? But for now, I hope everybody has a wonderful Wednesday. Wonderful Wednesday. Love y'all. Namaste. Mwah.